Welcome to Target Lock TV. My name is Simon, and with me today I have Philip from Serbia. Welcome, Philip.
Hello, Simon. Greetings to all of you that are watching us. And yeah, I'm quite excited to see what this match will bring for us. And yeah, it's my first time commenting on a real life game, so
yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
Let's see, I will also turn down the volume a little bit. There we go. So we got an exciting game ahead of us. We got a Scum and Villainy list played by Tobias here. We got 3 Carter Marauders, Captain Seavor with Elusive, and a Torkel Max with Force Transponder Codes and a Moldy Crow. And on the other side, we got Joel Gersh from Gothenburg playing. Yeah, he's got 4 Thai Special Forces, Sida Squadron Survivors, with Special Forces Gunner, and also Scorch, the Thai FO with Fanatical.
Yep. Pretty straightforward lists. Not that much of stuff going around. It's basically just ships with maybe 1 or 2 upgrades, essential upgrades, and yeah, some things that are like we don't maybe say meta staples, but something that you mostly see on these ships when you see them in a game. So that's interesting, and a lot of ships on the table.
Yes, a lot of ships. See, I have a little quick look here at Scorch just to double check on his pilot ability, and it says while you perform a primary attack, if you are not stressed, you may gain 1 stress token to roll 1 additional attack die.
Yep, that's Scorch.
Packs a little bit of an extra punch there.
Yeah. I'm quite interested to see how this will pan out, because Torkel Max will be, I think, a really important piece in this game. Putting that Scorch down to Initiative 0 can basically just prevent him from engaging, and then all of these ships can destroy him.
Yep.
Probably. So, and that might be pretty useful, because then Seavor, even though it probably wasn't planned that way, is your pocket ace. Because he would be the highest initiative ship on the board. So yeah, I think Torkel Max is probably I wouldn't say the key piece to the Scum and Villainies list's victory, but it quite possibly could be.
It's important especially in this matchup.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of that simultaneous fire.
Yeah. So we see him.
Torkel is moving first. That means that Tobias got the initiative.
Yeah, and he's already turning around to go in the debris field, or the obstacle field.
This is not an approach that you see that often, to go head to head with a Thai Swarm.
Yeah. These are all points. So for me, this is kind of like, it's nice how all of these can fit together. But I think basically all of the SFs got nerfed, I think, or maybe the generics remain the same. So basically, I think this first order list is probably still the same amount of points. And after the points change as well.
Yeah, it's 198 after the points change.
Yeah, so there's even place for a couple of more Fanaticals in there, so that can always be a good thing. Or maybe a Proud Tradition, or maybe bump one of those generics into a named pilot. Who knows? But on the other side, I think that list is basically also maybe still the same, only that False Transponder codes are 1 point more right now.
I think it's the same point. I think we had. I got it here. Let's see. Force transponder code is one more expensive, and I think that Captain's one ship went down at one point and one ship went up 1 point. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more or less basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a reach from the yellow Cartel Marauder onto the. I think that's
Blue.
purple. I think that might be purple. But he's safe.
2 evades, yeah.
Yeah. And we saw that Scorch bumped into the TIE Swarm. I don't think that's that big of a problem right now, but I'm not sure what I think he's pronounced Yol, or how do we say the player's name? I'm
Yol.
sorry if I'm butchering.
No,
I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I don't think that is not a problem for him right now, but we'll see how the positioning will go for the next round. And I don't know why, but immediately went to the points change. That's the hot topic right now. So basically, I think it's on all of our minds. So
yeah.
Is this the final game or?
Yes, this is actually the final. Oh no, actually, this is not the final table.
Oh, okay.
We put the. Let's see, we got on the final table, we got Mikael Wintermark, and we also got Niklas Good.
Okay.
But since we had both the players on the stream before today, and there's only 4 games being streamed. So
okay.
We got some nice lists.
Yeah, definitely. What's the faction representation on this tournament? Do you know?
It's also a really good question. Since this is a game store organizing it, they haven't collected that information and entered the lists into TTT beforehand. So
so I think I saw in the first game, I followed the first game, there was another FO player.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of scum and some separatists. So I think that's probably the point of it all.
Yeah, we have a few rebel players.
Okay.
Two players are testing out Hera in the B-wing.
Oh, okay.
I've seen one list with double decimators and a lambda.
Oh, okay. That's a beef.
Yeah. And we got Simon Carlson is always gracing us with his resistance transport pods. So
okay.
he's got 3 transports.
Okay, so this will be close. This would be a close turn for the... I think that's purple. If he fits this, that is... Oh, wiggle room is always a good thing.
Well, if it moves, it's not on it.
yeah. So I'm not sure. I think the purple one just evaded the other purple one, the purple Cartel Marauder. But I don't think that it's hard to pinpoint from here, and it's not TTS, so I'm not sure if the yellow one sees the SF. And if all of them turned like that, that's gonna be painful.
Yes.
And that's be painful, I think, for both sides. But Torkel is positioned perfectly as well, because he's staring at those ties if they turn around.
Yeah. And the question is if you want to waste shots on Torkel at range 3, or if you want to do the juicy shots on...
Well, he took a target lock, so I guess he decided to go for the Cartel Marauders, but Torkel is going to do some of his shenanigans here, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have target logs going around. Or shall we say a target lock fest?
Yeah, it's Target Lock TV.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We got Juan in the chat saying hi from Colombia as well. Welcome.
Oh, greetings to Colombia.
Truly a global event.
Yep. Well, I'm looking at. I think the white. TIE Fighter SF, or maybe the yellow, or not the yellow, the red one might be the one to go.
Yeah.
This round, because they are probably they're in the arc of Torkel, and they are seen by, I think, all of these Cartel Marauders. So I think one of those is probably gonna get Initiative 0, and then probably see all the shots come in from all of the ships at that SF. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this will pan out.
It will be bloody.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's
for sure. Yeah. Well, I think you know all of these players much better than me, obviously. So I wasn't following that much the other groups of the XTC, so I don't know which were any of them playing at, or what they like to fly, and these approach on brand with them, or probably you know these players better than me, so you can tell me some things.
Yeah. Neither of these two players were playing the XTC, but we got Tobias. He is a frequent player from Trollhättan, a local player here, and he likes. My impression is that he likes to fly these kind of almost janky small swarms of scum ships.
Yeah. Roll in the box. So that one is taken care of. And we have Scorch's shot being
cancelled.
Saved. So yeah. The squiggles are present as always.
Yes, and we got the white Zeta Squadron has been maxed.
Yep.
That's pretty
as good. Probably was expected, yeah. So I think they all go for him. Or her, because it's not defined. Okay. So Captain Seawar is taking a shot. I think that might be just range 3. Okay, one crit. We'll see the amount of dice. Oh, okay, it's only range 2. And that's saved, so one menace away.
Yeah.
Okay, so the purple one might be out of all of them, so that's a good thing for the FO player. But the dice are okay, so that's probably going to be 1 damage on the white TIE SF, sorry. Okay, so 3 dice giving only 1 result is not a good thing if you're staring at TIE's form at range 1. Okay, so this is much better. So spends a focus.
4. Takes 3, so that's...
And that's half.
Indeed.
And this tile should have probably been already destroyed by now, but yeah. The dice give us the dice, take it away, because they say. Okay, so he started, he continued his manner of rolling outside of the box, but that's not a problem. Target lock. Much better.
Hit and a crit. I'm not really sure which ship this was on.
I think it was on yellow because it's the closest.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be some pain.
Structural damage.
Structural damage. Perfect.
Yeah,
That's how you start taking down these Kirax fighters. You give them a structural damage and then have 3 shots left. Well, we kind of expected that the FO the FO player is gonna have a hard time, but I guess commentator's curse just took in. Okay, so target locks. Yeah, probably reroll all 3.
Into nothing.
Okay. This gives me some flashbacks to my XTC games.
There we go,
Okay.
that's better.
Hit crit, yeah.
That must be from red.
Okay, so we have only 1.
It's a dead...
That's a dead Kirax Cartel Marauder. The yellow one is gone, so... Ooh. Okay.
It's going for Max, I guess.
Yeah, probably. That's 1 crit. And 1 focus. Because he doesn't care.
No.
Yeah. Well, that was a good exchange for the FO player, because he lost half of an SF, which is probably gonna survive long enough to shoot again.
Yeah.
Probably. And now he has options. He can basically go, at least with the front 2, too hard in basically any direction, be it left or right, and just turn his turret around. I think that may be the best play for him. The back row can just go 1 straight and cover the other pass, and Scorch can also do whatever, it's blue and slow, and just be there to pick off whatever is left. So I think these Kirax fighters also need to find a way to turn around, but I think he might find a way maybe to block these SFs if he can. But I'm not sure if you're... Well, you can block them, so that could be a good thing. I'm not sure at this point what is the best play for this scum player.
Yeah. I hope that Tobias is not taking this sudden loss too hard.
Yeah.
Keeps his focus on the game, because it's not over yet.
Yeah. Well, we have the X-Wing is quite a game of different fortunes in a similar in the same game. So basically, you can start bad, but then you can just turn the whole game around with a clear head, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yeah. Is this the first IRL tournament after COVID, or
no?
Did you have any before?
Yeah, we had one here in Trollhättan. I think in the middle of August.
Ah, okay.
That was probably the first tournament.
Awesome.
We were gonna have some tournaments last year, but because things really looked better and better, and it was cancelled at the last minute.
Yeah. I completely understand. Yeah. Well, what can you do? The universe had other plans.
Yes.
For us X-Wing players.
Very true. So Tobias is setting up a little bit of a block here.
Yeah, most definitely. and the other T-Rex fighter is probably hoping to
scrape up the leftovers.
Yeah. So we have Torkel going one straight, so that's probably the best option. And now he can also block with Torkel any straight maneuvers from the first row if they want to go straight. So now we need to see what the FO players decided to do. Okay, so that's a hard to the right. Yeah. Side-to-side method would probably be the best idea here, but I don't think they took that into consideration. But okay, so yeah. So this guy can now just basically turn his turret around and enjoy life.
Yeah.
Because he might block Seabor if he went slow. And has basically just maybe go for a focus rotate or target lock rotate, whatever is your preference. So far, Yol was going for for target locks. So he's branding this channel pretty well.
Yeah. I'll have to give him a bonus later on.
Yeah. Okay, so is this guy doing the same? Okay, so this might be a 4K. Or maybe a 4 straight, 5 straight?
It's a 5?
I think it might be a 5 straight. Okay, so that's also an idea.
Yeah.
And turn the turret around.
Yeah. Well played, Joel.
Yep. Pretty well played. And now he has... he can also take a focus or a target lock, whichever he likes more.
Focus fire.
Okay, so that's a focus. Okay, so now we have the SFs, the other two SFs. I think this might be a slow maneuver, but we'll see. Yeah. One straight.
One straight to victory.
Yeah, but that's more of a resistance beef attitude, but yeah. One straight to victory. Yeah. So this is probably a target lock again, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe focus so you can defend, I guess, from probably 2 or 3 shots coming at you. I think... okay, so it's a target lock, so choosing violence. And let's see the other guy. Okay, the same as expected. And probably again a target lock. Okay, so interesting. Silver did
one hard one. Will it fit? Yes.
Let's see. Okay, one hard.
Not the best position, but
yeah, he's
doing a good thing of what he's got, basically.
Yeah. He's keeping arcs on target and probably looking to score some damage and points. Okay, so Scorch, was that a two bank or
two bank? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Scorch is going away. Yeah. He's like, I don't want that initiative 0. I'm out.
And a barrel.
Okay, so initiative 0 goes to the red guy. And now we will see what Tobias can do. with
Let's see if he's got some expensive dice. No.
yeah,
One.
so that's 1 out of 2 from Seymour and 2 squiggles. So yeah, these ISFs are pretty good at defense,
Yes.
contrary to popular belief.
I mean, yeah, the three shields is just so.
Yeah, so that's a 1
Takes one?
hit. That's on the other one. So
Oh.
yeah, because I think the white got all the damage and he just went away from all the arcs. So okay, this was a bad one. So 2 shields, a hit and a crit. So he might die.
And
Let's see what the crit is.
Damage sensor
Okay,
ray.
sensor ray. Well, he doesn't care because basically focuses are all that he is doing, if not target locking. So doesn't change the philosophy of the approach, or the approach itself. So that much. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Needs both to survive, and that's a red SF dead. So okay, so now we have an interesting game because only 3 shots are coming. All of the scrum ships have some sort of mod, except that's the purple T-Rex fighter, I think. So let's see what happens.
Spends target lock.
Yep.
Ooh, 2.
Okay, hit crit. So and spends a focus.
Safe.
To be safe. Yeah.
Oh,
3 blanks. Yeah, heroic.
1 crit.
Okay, so 1 crit.
So the table has turned.
Yeah. Okay, so and that's what we were talking about a few minutes ago. This game can change so much in a matter of moments. So that's what's currently happening. Mixed fortunes.
Is changing the target.
Yep. So that's okay. That's
2
spend
hits
1
into target.
Yeah. So that's shields down on the hawk.
Go. We got about 45 minutes, and Tobias is in a slight lead by 48 points against Joel's 37 points. This game is probably the last game being played with the old points. No, at least the last tournament being played with the old points.
Yeah, I think the GSP guys are already doing an event with the new points. So yeah, I think you have the last tournament with old points, most definitely. At least a broadcast tournament with old points.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but my question now is, where do these guys go from here? Because I think Scorch hard turns. That's obvious.
Yeah.
The white ISF can basically, I think he can go maybe a 1 bank, probably to his left, and do a focus or a target lock, whichever suits him best. But I think the purple one will probably do a similar thing. The yellow is an interesting position because Torkel maybe going 1 bank might block him. from doing basically almost anything, and you don't want to go over asteroids or gas clouds. So the Kirax is probably the Kirax is taking away his stress. That's definite. Why that's the red one or the purple one? The purple one. The red one is probably K-turning because he's in a position to do so. Seaboard can go basically anywhere, but Torkel might also K-turn or maybe even stop if he can. I think those are the options. So I think maybe a stop could be interesting here for Torkel, but I think he was quick to undermine my thoughts. So as they say, whichever you say the players would do, it never happens. we had a game on our channel when our website celebrated its 7th birthday. We had 2 games, and basically whichever thing we said the players would do, they did the quite opposite. They were like, okay, let's not commentate anymore on what they would do. That was basically the thing that happened.
So what's the X-Wing scene like in Serbia?
Well, we have a I wouldn't say a small community, but we have maybe not that much of an active community, I would say, especially with the COVID and everything, because people basically like to play on tables. We didn't have that big of a turnaround for Tabletop Simulator, and basically all of the guys that actually wanted to play on tabletop were more or less chosen for the national team, because as I said, we didn't have that much people like to switch to Tabletop Simulators. So we like the old ways. Old ways are the best. Even though for me I was the least experienced player on the team when it comes to X-Wing itself, because I started playing in 2018. I think I started playing maybe around March or April, and I'm basically new. More or less new into all of this, and all of the other guys, they had a lot of years of experience, and they played many great tournaments, and they know what the international scene is like.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me TTS was quite important because I could try different things and basically keep in shape with playing in general. So that was good for someone like me. But the most of our community are players who like to play the game IRL, so on a table with the actual miniatures. So yeah.
Did you see a lot of people drop in the change into X-Wing 2.0? Or
I think basically all of them continued, because I think all of them wanted to continue playing. That wasn't that much of a deal breaker for a lot of them. At least that's my perspective, because we had a couple of tournaments in 1.0. I was actually my first introduction into the game was at a tournament. I basically just arrived. I played maybe 1 or 2 games. In 2.0, and then just went to a tournament, and all of those guys that I play against today were playing even back then.
Yeah.
And after that, I myself had a big break from X-Wing until the set 2018. So probably a year or a year and a half with no playing at all. So in between the first and second editions. So Yeah. I remember some of the 1.0, but my proper X-Wing playing was done in second edition. So
Yeah.
okay, so we have some side-to-side action with Tibor. But yeah, as I said, most of the guys that were playing in 1.0 played in 2.0 as well. So most of the guys, at least that I knew.
Yeah.
So that's that wasn't that big of a split when 2.0 was introduced.
That's good.
Yeah. So we have Scorch doing a 4K. He's still out. He's still enjoying.
Not being shot at.
Yeah. And I think at this point he's probably trying to not get initiative 0, because even though he's not threatened at this point, he probably wouldn't have been. I think he wanted to try and escape that possibility.
Well,
okay, so 3 hits.
3 hits.
That's okay, 1 wait, so that's 2. Coming into the, I think that was white.
No, white is
purple,
at the bottom
purple,
of this one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
purple. Yeah. Or no, it can be. I think it's purple. I'm not sure. I don't see the stickers that great.
We had another hit.
Yep.
I missed out on. I will update the sheets here in a second.
Okay, so this is a. Okay, so this is a.
Elusive.
That's elusive, but doesn't help. Sivor takes damage, so he's almost down to half points.
This is blue into blue. 2 blanks.
Yep.
Players are back to dials. So I will just go and check to see what ships was taking damage there on the first order side. I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay. So only I think there's 2 dials left to place, Scorch and the yellow SF.
There we go.
Okay.
So now the overlay should be alright.
Okay, so yeah, so basically every single die at ISF is, except Scorch, has taken a damage
Yes.
at least. So okay, so that's good for the Scum player because the Cartel Marauders are good pieces to have on the board. They can do good damage as well, and I think the SFs are good because you can have your arc pointed front or back, and basically you can cover almost every part of the board with them. But if they start to go down, that board coverage is going away. So I think we'll see how they navigate this turn, because I'm not sure what do you do at this point. Okay, so the blue or the purple, whatever, is turning around to face the white, probably trying to delete him off the board, because that one has only 2 hull left.
Yep.
And Torkel is going around to face Scorch. And he's like, you cannot escape from me forever.
I will take your initiative away.
Yeah, or to quote Obi-Wan, you can't escape your destiny. Okay, so that's a boost.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. If that Scorch did a 5 straight, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Probably won't take away the stress, but that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be quite close. And I think he just might, if he does a 5 straight, just might escape the arc of Torkel. So so ISFs are turning around. They continue their continue to point their arcs at the Cartel Marauders. So I think that's a focus going down on the purple. So okay, so this is a 3 sloop, I think.
Oh,
or
it's,
3
just,
bank. 3
three
bank.
bank,
Yeah. Okay, so
it's keeping the
yeah, he's away.
arc.
Yeah, and I think he might be. I'm not sure if he's completely out, but just might. It's definitely range 3, which is something he wants to have at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see the. Okay, so this one will bump. And now the that the red Cartel Marauder is brushing his hands together and saying, okay, this one is for me.
Get a 2 turn? 1 turn?
1, okay. I was expecting maybe a faster maneuver, but well, I guess that's what he decided to do.
Yeah. It looks like Tobias will be spreading out his damage this round.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Sivor has the SF in arc. Okay, so that's a barrel to make sure that you see the DSF.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot about the barrel, so that's one way to get closer. And now it's range 2, so it would be 2 dice against 2.
Yeah.
And he's away from the yellow SF, so he will not be probably attempting range 1. Okay, so Scorch decided to remove his stress. And this is a bad position. Well, he might barrel roll, but I'm not sure if there's enough place for him then to... He can only do 1 hard next turn to not to clip the gas cloud, so... And he decided to take a focus, so okay.
Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, Scorch is going to initiative 0 this round. And he probably won't even have a shot, so... Or maybe we'll have one at the blue Cartel Marauder if he can reach. If he has reach.
Yeah.
So let's see what he decides to do.
Might even get a shot on the yellow one. No. I'm losing myself.
Well, it happens after 4 games. That's just something that happens. It's amazing how we during the XTC and the TTS times were okay. So these are 2 hits, and one hull left on the white.
Yeah.
So we'll have the blue or purple or however it is color coded Cartel Marauder attempt to be the hero of Scum and Villainy. And he just might be. So let's see.
It's out. 1 dice is out, but...
Was it range 3? It was range 2. Okay.
It's dead.
Yep.
Ship anyway, but he will have simultaneous fire, so...
That's true, yeah. That back arc will provide... will be useful. So Torkel does his thing, which is something you don't love to see if you're against that ship. And
1 hull left.
Yeah, Scorch will just survive this.
Red into yellow tie.
Yep. I'm going for those half points if he can get them. So 2 hits. Good start. And just might because that one was bumped, so that's half points on yellow.
Yeah.
TSFs are having a hard time right now.
So,
okay, so
yellow.
Yeah, I think these 2 are gonna, these 2 SFs that are the yellow and the that's white are probably gonna focus fire on Seawar and try to deal those 2 damage that are needed. But
that's
that didn't help. That's 1, and let's try the other one. Only 1 crit. Well,
Nope.
He's like, I fly a superior tie than yours. Mine is more aerodynamic.
Go 1 hit.
Okay. Okay, so that's gonna be 1 damaging to red, I think.
Shields down.
And now we have Scorch taking a stress for those additional dice and probably going into the Cartel Marauder, the red one again. And that's gonna be 2. Let's see if the T-Rex can evade this.
No, takes one.
He'll take one more. Still quite away from half points. So the white SF is gone. Scorch is basically running on fumes right now.
We got 25 minutes left of the game.
Yep.
Tobias in a bigger lead now by 97 points towards Joel's 37.
Yeah, it's a pretty healthy lead, I would say. He can even afford some bad rolls and still be ahead.
Yeah.
But with simultaneous fire, which is the thing that's gonna be happening here, destroying an SF and then maybe taking only 1 or possibly 2 damage on one of those Cartel Marauders is not that big of a deal for him right now.
No.
So I think, let me double check the Hawk's dice. So basically, Torkel can...
Torkel will just chase Scorch here.
Yeah, but I'm looking at his options with maneuvers. Just might... I'm not sure if a 1 bank would fit to the left. I think that might be a bump. So he might even decide to go maybe 1 straight and keep that side arc pointed towards Scorch.
Oh.
The turret basically. And I think Seymour is turning around to face the blue SF. Well, the T-Rex fighters, the blue T-Rex just also might do a 4K at this point because he's in a good position to do so.
Yeah.
The ties might sloop the SFs, but I'm not sure where that would lead them. I think maybe even the yellow one could just go 1 bank to his right and to his left and keep pointed towards Seymour and towards the blue, probably blue Cartel Marauders. So yeah, Torkel bumped, as was maybe expected.
It's a wide arc open.
Yeah. And we have the red Cartel Marauder turning towards Scorch. And this might be a 4K. Yeah. I think that was a no-brainer at this point.
Yeah. Right. We get a turn. Will he clip the rock?
I think he just might, but let's see if the wiggle room provides again. It appears he didn't clip it.
We get a thumbs up.
Okay, so he did clip it. And
Blue
it's
takes a crit, so that's half points.
Yeah. And if that means he doesn't shoot this round, so that's good for the red T-Rex fighters. So
very good.
Okay, that's a 1. Great, that's somewhat expected again. And I think at this point you take a focus, because Seymour is probably turning around at you. Or maybe you do a barrel roll and attempt to block that 1 hard from Seymour, but well, he decided to go for a focus, so that's what happens. Yeah. A 1 hard coming in. Take a focus, range 1. That's what you want.
Yes.
Okay, so the man of the hour. Where does Scorch go? It might be a 3 straight.
Yes.
And he's just where he was where the cartel marauder wanted him to be.
Yes.
Barrel might get you out of range 1, which is a good thing, but he's most definitely getting initiative 0 this round. Or just take a focus and pray. Or an evade, yeah.
Takes the evade, yeah.
And pray to gods of the dice gods. Yeah. So that's initiative 0 for him. So Seymour will jam. And
2. Oh. One hull left.
One hull left, okay. Wasn't he supposed to roll 3 dice? Seymour? In range 1?
I will ask the players. That's available.
Let me double check the ability. Oh, it doesn't matter that much, I believe.
Right, so they rolled 3 dice, but only 2 was
Okay, probably didn't see the third one.
Yes.
And
okay. That's one that spends.
Oh, that's a dead Scorch, I think. Anyway, structural damage.
Yes.
Well, he's initiative 0, so he's out of initiative 2, so that's him gone. And Torkel is gonna have quite an easy job here.
Yeah. Range 1. Takes 1.
1. That's the blue, so he's down to 2. Oh man, these comm lists are just eating through these TIE fighters.
Yeah, this is an uphill battle now for Joel.
Yeah, most definitely. Tobias has this in the bag, as they say.
Watch out for that streamer's curse, but...
Okay, so that's a wash.
Oh. Ouch. Back to dials?
Yep.
Have you received your new boxes of first order ships?
I ordered them.
Wings? Yeah.
I ordered the Fury, and I'm looking forward to it arriving so I can just go some I5 different ships with I5. I like Wrath pretty much.
Yeah.
The Breach, the bomber, is also quite interesting. So I think Breach with target desynchronizer is going to be a good thing to have, because basically you boost through a ship, get a target lock, and then all of the other ships can use your target lock as to shoot some missiles. I think Wrath with homing missiles might be interesting with Breach with target synchronizer, because then Wrath can just go, okay, I have homing missiles. Do you want 4 dice or do you want a damage? And you can basically just delete ships off the board, because he does it. I think when I read his card, it says you do a bonus attack. Doesn't say bonus primary attack. So he can basically fire at someone in bullseye and then do a follow-up homing missile shot. So that's that could be quite painful. Yeah. And also, I think Lehus has some good synergies as well, because he can then use Breach's target lock as his own. So, yeah, I think those I5 FO lists are gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to those, and basically every Kylo is the new face of the faction. So that Kylo is gonna be brutal as well.
Yeah, I just realized the other day that I mean, normally I never get to put jam tokens on the table, because when you jam someone, when you jam someone, then you just take away the token. But now you gotta put it on the table and keep it there, because it's got so many effects, game effects.
Yeah, and gives benefits to all of those ships. All of the TIE Whispers benefit from gems. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing those. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. How did they say that? I think it's gonna have a steep learning curve.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But if you master it, it's gonna be quite good in competitive play. So, yeah. What do you think about all of these new things that are coming out with X-Wing, the organized play kits and the new ships, and obviously the Razor Crest, which we all want to see, probably.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm one of those people that don't really get upset about stuff like this. I mean, maybe the game is not going the way that you want the game to go, but there's not really much you can do about it. You can, if you want to do something about it, you can make formal complaints, maybe, or get involved with the game development. But I mean, it's no point of being angry on the internet.
Yeah, that's my take as well. I don't think we should. I think we should be happy that we have some change. I think that's a problem with everything Star Wars related. We all want change, and then when the change happens, we hate that change.
Yeah.
Not just regarding X-Wing, but also generally Star Wars materials. So, I think we should welcome those changes. Try to live with them, at least. Maybe try and find a way to go around them and make the game still interesting. Don't just go around and talk about it being bad. That won't do that much.
I mean, we're pretty spoiled anyway, I guess. With, I mean, so much stuff coming out.
Yeah.
So even though the game has been more or less, the tabletop game has been more or less dead for a year and a half.
Yeah. I think they're doing a great job in keeping the game alive, keeping the excitement, because I think all of us were just waiting for that last minute points.
We got Seaborg shooting red.
And
I think blue.
I think he deleted him just now. So, I think we were all just blind to the fact that we were all sitting by our computers and waiting for those points to drop. They were like, great, new points! I can wait for new points, and then you just go into a rage mode. Why? Because by 10 seconds ago you were as happy as a little child because some just dropped a couple of PDFs with some numbers. And we were all like, oh, okay, so this list now I cannot play anymore, but this one I can play. And I think that's I think that's game. So yeah. come taking the win.
Yeah.
As much as I wouldn't like to say that in a first order game, but yeah.
Well, congratulations, Tobias, and well played,
Yeah.
Joel. It was really
GG's.
nice talking to you, Philip.
Yeah, nice talking to you as well. It was a new experience for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
No, no problem.
I had
Thank
a
you for
great time.
reaching out.
Yeah,
And
when I saw your post, I was like, okay, so this is a tournament. I have time. Why don't do this? Help someone who needs help with streaming and commentating. So we can always find time to talk about X-Wing. And look at some good games. So why wouldn't we? So yeah.
no, I'm so grateful, and yeah, thank you to you and to Christopher and to Nobby. So we have a broad representation. We got Australia, Serbia, and Sweden on as commentators. So yeah, pat yourself on the back.
Currently doing it.
No, it's been a great day. I would like to thank Alara Games for hosting this tournament, and also a big thank you to all people watching, to my patrons, and to Target Lock, my home X-Wing club. You're all great, and congratulations, Tobias. Well played. Would you like to say something? No, he's fine. Well, we're gonna do a wrap up here so that we can get home. We got still another 8 minutes left on the global time. We're waiting for the results on final table. We got Niklas Skog versus Mikael Wintermark. But yeah, we will wrap it up here. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.